So why did y'all move to the row home style? Was that something your clients and customers were asking for? Or is that the vernacular style in Pittsburgh?
I'm looking out the window because I'm in our show home space here right now. And that is the vernacular. So with the case of Pittsburgh, we were a Rust Belt industrial city that boomed during the steel industry, right? So what Silicon Valley, the software industry is to Silicon Valley, steel was to Pittsburgh. So we had twice the population in the heyday of Pittsburgh. And in the 1980s, when the steel industry died in the United States, effectively, people left the city in droves. And when they left the city, these homes became abandoned, condemned, and were torn down. So Pittsburgh has 30,000 roughly vacant lots in the city core, not in the surrounding suburbs, but they're all over the city. And they're these kind of scars in the urban fabric. So we designed a product, which is a row home product, to repair those scars, if you will, and bring back housing units onto those formerly vacant lots.
That's very interesting because I've been to Pittsburgh twice, and you can feel the history when you're there. We visit the Cary blast furnaces, which was
cool.
Yeah, it was a beautiful site. I really recommend that to everyone. But you can feel the history. You can tell that it's been through really rough times, and it was such an industrial, like soot-filled city, and they've basically cleaned it all up, and they're trying to revitalize it now. To see you acknowledge its past, but bring it into the present through automation or through off-site construction is very interesting.
Yeah, that's right. And so we feel that there's a lot of cities like Pittsburgh that have had that, let's call it that traumatic event, whether it's Detroit in the auto industry or Pittsburgh in steel. There's a lot of cities that are trying to figure out how do we repurpose ourselves. And so the product that we're developing is a way to turn those vacant lots that are often 20 feet by 60 to 100 feet. So they're skinny lots. How do they bring those back onto the tax bases? How do they revitalize neighborhoods? So that's part of our goal with developing this product, if you will. And
those kind of dimensions and proportions work really well with offsite construction.
Correct. That's right. So a lot of, maybe we'll call it more traditionally built homes are thinking for something that's wider. But in our case, right, I won't do a full virtual tour here, but so this is our product. So it's 16 feet wide. This one is 36 feet long. And we built 3 of these here on this part of town, market and affordable housing. So 16 feet wide, 40 feet deep, roughly. And we chose that dimension because that was basically the widest we could ship something on the road in Pennsylvania. And from a modular perspective, our homes are built primarily modular. We can do a lot of the finish work because we're not stitching multiple boxes together side by side. So a lot of the drywall work is done, flooring, because we're reducing the number of, let's call it mate walls on the sides, if you will. And on a 20-foot wide lot, if you have side setbacks, then you're going to be building about 16 feet anyway by right. So there's actually some advantages to that dimension.